use relevant URLs even for the any page that you do. Take care of all of that. Then speed, how fast your website loads is also a major ranking factor. Then security, make sure you don't. I mean, especially if you're using WordPress, make sure you are not getting hacked easily because of plugins and all. Then core web vitals, Lighthouse. So these are very important metrics from Google directly itself. You can just Google search for like Lighthouse Core Audit, and you go to official Google's website and enter your URL to see how you are performing in their algorithm. And one other important thing is do not use multiple domains. I saw people having one domain for their website, one for their blog, one for their resources. Don't do that. Instead, use subfolder or subdomain. So meaning have only like one, say for example, .com, and then it should be like /blog/resources or resources.blog. Anything. Just go for these two approaches, not for complete new domains. Yeah, same like thing about security. Like just if any one page or one section of your website is affected, it impacts all of your website. So especially when you have like say thousands of pages, make sure there's no malware on any of that. Especially when users are generating content, make sure they don't embed any scripts that steal the data, cookies of the page, because it affects your entire website because of that. One stat, WordPress plugins and themes, they affect like 22 million sites and all that. So
use Superblog.
Yeah. And regarding page speed, it's actually very important in e-commerce sector. If your page takes more than 3 seconds to load, there will be a drop off of 40% of traffic. So that means you're potentially losing 40% of your revenue because of not having a fast website. And don't use multiple redirects. Just make sure you pick one version of your website and make your URLs just like that. One interesting factor is most founders or developers, they don't think that their potential customers will have low-end devices, low-speed internet. So they do the testing, everything on their own devices and their own internet connection, think everything is working fine. But no, try to think from end user's perspective.
Just one question, Sai.
Yeah.
Can you just tell which is the best, site to check the page load speeds? Because it would be great to get from you sense, so that we can then, and many of them are paid also. So you have to they stop you after a bit and then tell you to do a subscription and all. So,
yeah. So you don't need to spend money on this because this is Google's official tool. So it tells you speed, core web vitals, SEO, Lighthouse scores, whatever you need, you can basically check from here. So just make a note of this URL.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
So it's official from Google. Yeah. Okay, now getting to the much interesting part, inbound traffic generation. Mostly blog, but you can write any pages, like I just showed you on Zapier's example, right? One important thing which I usually look at is there are people who don't really look at what people are searching. Instead, they start writing their own things. But this is one of the best things that I follow is don't even start writing any post or page or title. Don't publish anything without doing your keyword research. For example, I already showed you LogRocket. I want to talk about clear tags. Are you guys familiar with clear tags?
Yeah.
Yes. So if we literally do any search right now, remotely related to taxing in India, clear tags will be in top 5 results on Google. I'm pretty sure about that. That's because they know they hired certain experts and all, have high quality content. But the key strategy is they write content for which people are searching for. So I don't know how to file my 44 ADA. So I just search for that. So ClearTax is there because they understand this game. So probably if you think from this perspective, right, you will know how to bring your potential customers to your page. And 80% of ClearTax's leads come from their website only, purely from SEO. And yeah, so when you're trying to generate inbound traffic, one thing I usually say is founders thinking of themselves like Paul Graham or Reid Hoffman, and writing philosophical, strategical advices and all that on their blog. It takes time to write those kind of things. I say unless your goal is to build audience for your personal brand, or maybe just share your knowledge and all that. But if you're really looking to bring traffic to your website, don't do those things, because only just pick what your audience would search for. Don't try to give gyan all that on your personal blogs and all that. And initially, when you are doing this exercise, just don't hire some agency to do your SEO and just delegate in the beginning. I think at least the first 20 or 25 pieces of content, be it blog or particular like pillar pages or whatever, your product pages, first 20 to 25 pieces of content should be written by the founder. If not written, at least decide on what to be written by the founders. Like, just make sure of that. Then once you understood you only need to write what your customers are looking for, then you come to keyword research. So how will you know people's intent? Is through certain tools. So one is, say, for example, Keyword Explorer by Google Ads. So you can literally see what amount of search volume is there for, like, meaning how much demand is there for certain keyword. That keyword could be product or software or intent or anything. I'll open the tool now. So free tool is Google Keyword Explorer. As you can expect, it's free and it's not so like good UX and all. So there's another affordable tool called WriterZen, which I personally use. I'll just try to show the interface now and how to do this. What do you call this? Keyword research, basically.
If possible, we can try searching for something in oral care. Let's as an experiment.
Oh yeah, sure. So any keyword that you want to give, and potentially what your customers might be searching for.
Teeth whitening.
Okay.
Was waiting for Nimisha to say something.
Nice. Teeth whitening. So let me search for that. Okay, I'm looking at global trends, but in the tool you can actually search for India also, by the way.
Is this tool more effective as compared to the Keyword Explorer by Google, or both will give the same results?
Almost the same results. See, a lot of these tools also consider Google's data, as their primary data set. So it's accurate, and it's mostly better UX and better, vertical product building. Oh, wow. So they have like more than 2 million search volume for this, and still it is collecting data. Right, so teeth whitening has like 5 million searches across the globe. Probably if you put India, it will just come down. So now you really know, what are the keywords that you can go for by looking at the volumes and the CPC, like how many people are, like how much expensive the keyword basically is, and the competition for that. Now, interestingly, so teeth whitening, it has like 500,000 volume. Let me click on this, and it shows the difficulty for this. So the difficulty for this is 47. So how to read these metrics basically is, every website has an authority in Google. Okay, meaning like how likely it is that Google will prioritize you over others relatively. So you can search your domain authority in certain tools, Moz, Ahrefs, any other tools. So you will come up with a number. Say, for example, your domain authority is 57. Let us assume your domain authority is 57. Now, when you're targeting a particular keyword, in this particular instance, it is 47. So 57 is your current rating, and if you minus that, like 57 minus 47, it is 10. So whenever you are targeting a particular keyword, make sure that delta is 10 or more. Otherwise, it is very unlikely for you to rank for that particular keyword. So that's how you pick what to target. So now let's come to this. So because obviously, right, this is like high volume keyword, like 500,000 a month. So that's why the competition is high and the difficulty to rank for it is also high. But the other way is we kind of look at lower volume keywords, initially, so that we'll have better chance of ranking for that. Say, teeth whitening before and after. And this particular tool, it's already showing a star mark. So it's like more like, probable and trending and very interesting. Its difficulty is just 10. So most probably you will be able to rank for it if you write good content and get 18,000 search volume a month.
Wow.
Nice.
Right. So this is how you start your journey. Look at low difficulty, low volume, then look at low difficulty, high volume, then look at high difficulty, high volume. So that's how you up the ladder.
This is super helpful. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Sai,
Yeah.
like, so once we have decided, let's say we want to go for teeth whitening before after, right? So should our blog article be also called this teeth whitening before after? Like, how should we then start naming the article?
So it shouldn't be exactly like this. So there is another metric, right? What we call like CTR, click-through ratio. Like when what is the percentage of people will click on a certain text or link or image or property. So you need to come up with a title that has these keywords, but at the same time compelling enough for people to click on that when they see on the Google search results.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes, so that's one thing.
Maybe we can do another one more search for another brand. I think this is like
Sure.
interesting. Anybody wants to give
Can
it
you
a
try and do influencer marketing?
Influencer marketing, very good. So global or India? What do you want me to do?
India.
Okay. Oh, I'll tell that example that I wanted to give from my building influencer marketing product.
Yeah.
Thanks. Right. So for this particular keyword, you have like 18,000 and it's still, the data is being processed. Just a minute.
Sai, how much are you paying for this tool? Writerzen? I thought you mentioned that.
Writerzen, yeah. So it's paid. I think I bought it like 4 years back when they were doing an LTD. So I think probably I might have paid $99. That's it.
Oh, it's one time. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So influencer marketing in India right now has 150,000 search volumes.
Wow.
For this particular keyword. Now let me see, even the PPC is low for this.
And the interesting thing is all of these 150,000 searches would be majorly by brands, right? So like even though the searches are less, the average order value or the, like the size of the contract would be much bigger. So even if you convert 1% of them, like your business is made.
Absolutely, right? So all you need to do is like what, so of that 150,000 search volumes, even if say 1,500 of them are coming to your website, and 150 of them are converting, right? So if you have like $1,000 a month kind of campaign thing, so that itself are like very good. That's the bare minimum.
150,000 MRR straight away from SEO.
Yeah. And so right now, see, right? So 19 is the keyword difficulty for this. And if you actually publish good content, you'll rank for this. Like if your domain authority is more than 29. And trust me, the hardest part is increasing the domain authority. It will take time. So once you are there, you are there. It's not just influencer marketing, right? So you have a lot of keywords. So I particularly know this field because like I built a startup in this. So you can literally write n number of articles. So, I think one most important thing is if you want to say onboard influencers, right? So you can write like, how much an influencer with 10,000 followers make, 25,000 followers make, 100,000 followers make. Like, you can create multiple pages like that. Or you can create a complete guide of like, the journey. Or so one article we published and we were ranking crazily was like top 10, top 25 TikTok creators. This was in 2019, so TikTok was not banned. Creators in South India. So then we were getting like some number of brands searching for that, big brands. So we got leads from that. So we can target like that, right? So yeah.
Amazing.
Cool, guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably just one more example. So this is for. So if somebody is building influencer marketing campaign tool or something, you can write guides on campaigns. And the interesting thing is you can actually see what articles are currently ranking also, right? So
when we want to start seeing whether we are ranking or not, we should start coming up in this SRP overview. Like when an article starts coming up here, that means that we started ranking.
You can see here also, but there is other tool for that. I put it in the next slide. I'll show that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
My name is Raj.
Hi, Raj.
I have a quick question.
In
today's day and age, when we are, a lot of search doesn't happen on Google, right?
Yeah.
A lot of search is happening
lot of search. Sorry, please complete.
No, you were saying something.
No, I'll answer it after.
No, I was saying that considering that maybe, let's look at Gen Z, Gen Alpha, the people who are like, on phones, they're searching on visual first sites, right? Like for instance, TikTok, as you said, that it's kind of obvious that searches have originated there. Then you have, then Amazon and the rest of the world where product-based search is happening, right? Also, lifestyle choices are being searched there, right? Which means, if I want to look at teeth whitening, a lot of the searches probably would be influencer-based on TikTok, and I think I've seen that trend happening as well, right? So, how does this rank, or does this still stay relevant in a big way, or is that relevance slowly going away? Just curious to know.
Yeah, sure. Majority of searches are still happening on Google. When we look at across on an average, like data point per se, and the second most popular search engine is YouTube. As you mentioned, yes, visual thing, but still YouTube is like probably 3
of internet traffic today.
Sorry,
YouTube drives 70% of internet traffic.
Yeah, so YouTube is 70% of internet traffic, but search traffic is probably like 5%, I think, 5 to 10%, less than like 10 only, I think. So there is still a lot of scope for the visual platforms to grow up, and the strategies will remain the same. But probably there, you'll still need a lot of tools to come up with this keyword research, especially for TikTok or Instagram or YouTube. It's still growing. I wouldn't worry about that at this point of time. But the strategy to push a video there so that it'll come up in search or maybe picked up algorithm is completely different. Maybe after this slide, if I have some time, I'll show you other real world example where one of my friends actually published, like literally targeted this keyword research concept in YouTube, and they did 500,000 views, I think. I'll show that video.
Sure. I was just about to ask you that. How can we plug in videos as a search mechanism and come out with more results? That's also the choice of.
And I've seen a lot of creators and entrepreneurs do this as well, where they use keyword search to then actually start building context for their video content on Instagram or YouTube as well.
Yeah, they do that. And one hack basically is when you're writing a content or publishing a page, if it has a video tutorial, precisely YouTube video tutorial in that, it gets more chance of getting ranked. Right? It increases your SEO basically. So video and social signals are also second order factors for SEO, because Google sees like 360-degree view and all that. Okay, and selecting topics for blog posts, right? So now we just understood what are the keywords and what topics to come out of that. Basically, is how to do that. One thing is like literally Google. So open Google search for a keyword, look at the suggestions Google is throwing, and look at what other ranking sites are writing for that, so that you can come up with some topics. Or use any other tool. Case in point, I'll just show in WriterZen because that's the tool I have. Right, so there is something called topic discovery in WriterZen. So if you give a keyword, right? So again, same, like, let me see, teeth whitening. Let me put India now.
Sai, also we'll have about 12 minutes, because
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have other speakers. So,
Sure.
what we can also do is, I'll add you to our group after the call, and like
Sure.
maybe the founders can also, connect with you on a one-to-one to, if they have any queries and if they need some support.
Sure. Okay. So generally what this tool does is you give a keyword or any tool basically. So it comes up with search volumes and topic ideas, say, teeth whitening. So it click show ideas. It will just show you, what headlines to consider. And even Google has some snippet where you can see, so you can target those as well.
Super interesting.
Yeah, so that's how you pick up. So it shows like the search volumes here, and basically you do like that. Yeah, so that's how you target.
Also, I mean, like in our decks and all, like just to showcase the size of the market and TAM, like you can always show these, like, I mean, like the volume of these searches, right? Like teeth whitening cost in India, like, I mean, like they were like almost 180,000 searches there, right? So like these are like just shows the size of the problem and the number of people searching for it.
So you can calculate your TAM based on that. Yes, you can put that in the deck, because generally we see when you show search volumes, right, they don't understand. Just put in dollars that's the language that they understand usually.
Yeah.
But unless the product is depending on that.
To validate your TAM, I think it's a great metric.
Yeah, definitely. And so some of the best practices basically is like, I follow something called the book analogy. Make sure you have a clean layout, legible font, presentation. Trust me, I have to mention this explicitly because people are terrible at design. Like they use stupidest fonts, and they expect people to spend time on the page. Doesn't work out. So don't show annoying pop-ups. Make sure you're showing relevant content, all that stuff. And the other interesting thing is always own your content. I see many brands using Medium or Substack or any other like tools to write content. Don't do that. Your content should be tied to your domain, your website. And when somebody comes to your page, they should go to your landing page. Like they should, like when they click on something there, they shouldn't go to the software's website, like Medium, for example. Do not syndicate your content. It might seem attractive initially, because so many people start sharing, like writing same content on LinkedIn, Medium, on your blog, on your website. You're unnecessarily competing with yourself on multiple platforms and distributing your content. So don't do that, because Google has the authority to take the final call on which article to rank. So if you write a beautiful article, and if Google decides I won't rank this actual URL, I'll rank the Medium article. So your traffic is gone to Medium. So don't do that.
Yeah,
and
just one question.
Sure.
Suppose you don't have the blog, but you are actually posting on LinkedIn very regularly via a newsletter. Will that reverse thing work, or is that also not recommended?
I wouldn't recommend that unless your goal is to build audience. So for me, like whatever I want to do, I would direct the users to my page, because see, your page will have certain hooks, right? To bring them to your landing page or marketing page or like whatever sales page. If it was me, I would just do that.
Okay, thank you.
And so this is a beautiful graph. He's one of the persons that I follow on Twitter. He built his complete the last time I checked, they were doing like 2 million ARR purely on SEO. So he mentioned SaaS acquisition channels, but the thing is, you can use the same thing for any brand, any thing, like getting good quality traffic. So just to try to explain the graph here, if you look at the red line, so it is the social media ROI. You start posting on LinkedIn, you start posting on Twitter, Instagram. So whenever you post, you see that highs, and when you don't, or when the content is bad or it's not with the algorithm, you see the lows. It's highly unpredictable, hard to repeat. And if you look at the green line, that is ads, super predictable. You spend $1,000 and then you see the ROI on that, and you keep increasing the budget. The thing is, the day you stop it, that is the day you stop getting leads from that. So ads were predictable but expensive, not long-term strategy. But if you follow SEO, it will take hell lot of time. But once it starts compounding, you just rake in profits. That's how it is. And yeah, think of your website like a 24/7, 365 salesperson. Always pitches to your visitor, always online, patient. It compounds over time. So just think of it. And somebody was asking, like, how we track the SERP things and all that. So site audit tools, one is web.dev. I just showed you, like, pagespeed.web.dev. That's how you audit your page. And Search Console it's a must. So once you launch your website, connect it to Google Search Console, and then you literally get email alerts, and in your dashboard you can see for which keywords you're ranking and what is the ranking position and what are the drops, what are the pickups. All these things you can actually get from Search Console itself. It's completely free from Google. So yeah, and one humble pitch. If you want to use a blog, try to use Superblog. Focus on SEO, crazy fast, and all the technical SEO aspects I told you, and the security aspects. Literally, you need to put zero efforts. So that's what Superblog is for. And thank you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love the session. I mean, I think we have a bunch of questions, but I think founders have raised their hands, so we can take up their questions. We still have 5 minutes.
Sure. Yeah. I can go on with the questions if you guys are okay. Like, I don't have any plan now. So.
We'll try to wind up at 11 because we have another speaker joining in. But
sure.
What we'll do is we'll add you to the cohort groups. We're pretty active there, so founders can, if you have some time, founders can, ask you some questions, and whenever you have some time, you can take them up.
Sure.
Yeah, Madhu, go ahead, please. Okay. Adhir had a question, I think.
Actually, I had a question, but I thought I'll just connect with Sai once he's added to the group. I'll connect offline because I have multiple questions on one.
Tanya has a question.
Hi, Sai. So I've used Superblog, still using it on Zoe, and it's an awesome product. So my question is that, I'm starting another brand called Mama Life, and that I'm building on Shopify. So my question is very basic. At Zoe, we had a custom website, so I think we had to do a lot of effort in terms of SEO. So in Mama Life, if I'm building it on Shopify and I'm using Superblog, does it solve a lot of my problems, the things that you spoke about? Or do you think with Shopify also I'll have to put in that much effort to build my SEO from day zero?
Lot of stuff is taken care of in Shopify for e-commerce, yes. And if you're using Superblog for blog, it's done. Okay. Your major headaches are taken care of by the platforms.
Okay. So considering I'm using Superblog and Shopify, what are the things I should now focus on?
Keyword research and selecting good topics. That's it.
Perfect. These seem very doable, not very technical.
And the writing as well, right? Sorry. And the writing as well, right? Writing the blog or
writing? They have to write the blog, yes.
Okay, so one more question. So the writing bit, like, I know a lot of people are using ChatGPT these days. Do you recommend it or?
Don't.
Okay, because I feel that when I write myself, I'm not a writer, right? So maybe I take care of the SEO, but it's not very eloquent as compared to ChatGPT, which really rephrases me very well. So what do you suggest?
I don't recommend ChatGPT at all. You'll just get penalized basically. There's no point in writing that. So one important thing I wanted to tell, I forgot basically, is people think SEO means like we need to publish lot of pages, hundreds of articles, spend a lot of, no, not all that. You can literally publish one article in 1 week. That's it. So that's like 50 articles a year, and you can actually get 100,000 visitors a month from that. I can guarantee you that. So just focus on high quality human content human written content.
Great. Thank you.
Sure.
Hi, Sai. I have one question. So on Shopify, how do you track the stats for the blogs that are being written? Because we've got a website based on Shopify and it doesn't really give us any statistics. We have no idea if it's reaching anywhere, the articles. So is there any way we could do that?
Sure. See, Shopify or any stack, like any website built with any stack, can be tracked using Google Search Console. So you just sign up there with your Gmail, and then they'll ask you to verify your domain with certain mechanisms. So once you do that, it will take some time, and then you can literally see how your pages are doing. Like you can track everything there.
Okay, amazing. Thank you.
Sure. Okay.
Great. I think we have Aditya, has joined in as well. We'll be taking the next session. So
Sure.
thank you so much, Sai. Thanks for your time. Like really love the session. Guys, I'll add Sai to our group. We can connect one-to-one for any queries that you may have. Sai, can we also share the deck on the group as well with the founders?
Yeah, sure.
Great. So thanks again, for sparing some time on a Sunday, and looking forward to collaborate.
Sure, no problem. All the best.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sai.
Thank you. Thank you.